This is Clayton Howe's Entertainment X. We're back. I'm Clayton Howe, and today with me on the phone for a very special Act 2, the mayor of Broadway himself, Gerry Mac. Gerry.
Yes, hello.
Hello. You're in New York. I'm in Florida. We're going to have a fantastic conversation today.
I'm excited.
How have you been holding up during this whole pandemic situation?
It's been a complete and utter disaster. Like my world changed. I think it was the 13th. I was at Ogunquit Playhouse choreographing a production of Forbidden Broadway, and I was working on some number, and then the artistic director came in, and she was like, do you mind if I talk to the cast? I was like, oh, absolutely. I have no idea what was going on. And then she was like, the show is postponed. We'll have a rehearsal on Sunday so that we can tape it, so that we can remember when it comes back. And if the people aren't there, if people are unavailable, that we can see like an archive video. Oh, and then, you know, I looked at my phone and Broadway was closing and all this stuff, and it was so, I don't know, I felt like I heard about COVID, but you know, I'm an actor person. I don't listen to CNN every morning like normal people. I'm like, I check playbill.com, you know.
Right.
So it was such a punch in my stomach that I was like, I couldn't believe all the stuff. And then they said, if you guys want to stay in your housing here in Connecticut, you can. And I was like, I have to go. Now I have to go back home to New York. I have to, if this is going to be like a pandemic, which I don't even know if the word was pandemic then.
Right.
It just, you know, it was like this COVID. It was just like this thing was happening in my brain.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I get back and people are leaving, hunkering down, and I'm going, oh my God. And I had really no place to stay because I had job after job, which is a great thing, but it's another story altogether. So I just had no place to stay because I was like just waiting to go to do my next job. And then my friend Sarah and Mikey said, oh, and we're going to LA to get out of here because we don't want to be in the epicenter. And I was like, well, I'll stay in your place. I'm now up on 181st Street. It's Haven. It's beautiful. The water is right there. The George Washington Bridge is out my window. It's gorgeous and has kind of saved my life.
Oh my God!
You know, because you wake up to the day that is Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
And it's every day, so I have to look out I get to look out the window and the trees and the water, and I do like a meditation. I never meditated before, which is a new thing, and it's great to just get the day going and calm yourself, because the information that, you know, I was getting was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like every single day I got a job canceled or postponed, which means canceled to me.
Right. You're a realist.
I'm a realist. Well, because, you know, if it's postponed, I'll never be unemployed again.
Right.
Because I lost 6 jobs.
Yeah.
And I won't even begin to tell you how much this money that this one job was giving me, that was so, you know, you work and you have to figure out how to, you know, get through the next month or the next month. But, you know, this summer I was going to be able to make enough money to get a new place.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I that's how much money it was. And I was like, you know, I had a plan. I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted a 1-bedroom with a backyard, a small backyard, so that I can have, you know, I don't drink coffee, so that I can have my orange juice and wake up and just look at some form of water.
Right.
And I saw it, and then all of a sudden your dreams literally just go up in smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke.
How have you been adapting? Have you experienced anything like this before in terms of, you know, making a plan and then it kind of falling through or seemingly falling through at this present moment?
And career-wise, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I've experienced it a lot. I've experienced it. Like closing of shows in 2 weeks on my first Broadway show. You know,
right.
I experienced it when the Jersey boys, Des McIntyre and them, they offered me to replace Titus.
Right.
And I had my put-in rehearsal. I mean, the date of it and everything. And then they pulled it away from me. They took the job away from me in a day. I mean, and you know, they were going to send me like a helicopter because I was doing another show. So they were like, "Oh, we're going to get you like a helicopter or a plane to take you from the Cape, so that you can have your putting rehearsal on Friday, and then you start on Tuesday." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm doing Jersey Boys."
Yeah.
And then I met with Ron Melrose, who auditioned me, the musical director. But you know, he said, because he only heard me sing like the way I sing.
Yeah.
And then he said, "We have to come in. You have to come in and just sing some falsetto." And I was like, I don't know what that means. He said, because Titus doubles Frankie's voice.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say that out loud, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine.
It does, and it was him and Sarah Schmidt. It was like Sherry, all that stuff.
Yeah.
He's been sweetened. So I went into the studio and I literally I have gonads. I can't sing that high. That job was taken from me. By the time I sang for Ron Melrose in the studio, by the time I got down in the elevator, my agent has called and said they've rescinded the offer. They've taken the job away from you.
Lord Almighty.
And that's yeah. Oh my God, I have to take a sip of something.
But that, you know, and I don't want to say, I do not really want to ask the question, has it gotten easier? But has it gotten easier for you to respond to moments like these in terms of things falling through and things changing and you having to adapt?
No. Even in, I just turned 58, and I just, you know, this whole pandemic thing, I thought, well, I was here. I moved here when AIDS just was, you know, at its high point in '84, and then I was here in 9/11 when things were just a disaster. And so I thought at 58, I thought, dear God, haven't I seen enough? Right. I mean, I feel I've had a lot of lessons.
You're like, I'm done learning.
I'm done learning. Sweetie, I got my library card and I want to check out. I'm good. I can't do any more lessons.
Oh my
God! But this is my thing about God, because you know the saying is, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plan. Yeah. So I feel that God right now is doing his stand-up act because he's hilarious right now. He's killing it. But, you know, his set is over for me. you know, the red light is just blinking. It's like, oh, this is your last joke. And he's like, oh, wait, one more thing. There's going to be protests and riots. I'm like, you're off. You get out. Get off the stage, God. It's not funny anymore. We're not laughing anymore. That's my metaphor for this whole thing, because you have to at some point just go, it couldn't be worse. You're like, right. This is a joke. This must be a joke.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, I mean, and we're only in June, so who knows what the rest of the summer shall bring in terms of everything happening in the world. But in terms of meditation, I'm curious, are you doing like short spurts of it, 5-10 minutes? Are you doing 30 minutes? I'm doing a
5-10 minute, and it's online. I don't know. I cheated, I guess. But then I pick one and like try to pick one different every day, and it's just talking about how the power of you, and think about all that stuff, the power that you have, that the day can be so much better if you believe, and all that. It's just inspiring.
Yeah.
Oh
my goodness.
And listen, the alarm goes off because I usually set the alarm if I have something to do, or I set the alarm because my boyfriend Cuomo's on. So I'm giving full Gov love, honey.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with him, and I think his last one is tomorrow, which will be Friday. And yeah. I don't know how to wean myself off it. I'm addicted to it, and it's like, oh my God, my life support. It was such a good thing to go see the water first, and then go to the reality.
Yeah.
And he was just telling us the truth. He said, okay, here's the deal. Today, 4,000 people died. It's horrible, and you go, oh, okay. Yeah. And then he talk you off the ledge.
Yeah.
This is what we need to do. We need this thing, and we're waiting for the ventilators, and we need masks. And it's like, okay. Hearing the information now, I'm like, oh, okay, because the Cheeto who is in the White House, he hasn't shown up and said anything to us. We needed a leader.
Yeah. Governor Cuomo's done a great job. He's like, what, governor to the people? And
I just call him Gov Love.
Gov Love.
Well, I call him Mrs. McIntyre, but that's another story.
But he's done such a great job keeping it real, and also with those he slips in a lot of inspirational stuff, throughout those press conferences.
He did when Mr. Floyd died. He opened with, I think it was a quote from Maya Angelou, and then closed with a quote from Langston Hughes. Oh my God! Oh my God! Yeah. Because he understands. It might be a crock of shit, but I don't believe that it is. Because he knows what we need. He knows how to. It's like when you get sick and your mother's there to help you. I don't know why it feels better because she's holding your stomach and you're getting sick.
Yeah.
But it just feels better. I'm comforted.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so many ways to describe him, but he's definitely the proper educator I think that people need, at least in New York State, as they go through all of this. Because it's just so, you need a lead. You definitely need someone, right, in a position of political power that you can look up to and believe in. And that's doing the right thing. And he's doing the right thing, and it's not a crock of shit, because if it's striking an emotional chord with you, that's the right thing.
That's the right thing. And he was saying that the African Americans and the Latinos were the worst hit by this thing. And he was like, we need to figure out why. Is it because they're not, there's a problem. The problem stinks. And he's trying to figure out how we can fix it. So do they need more information? Do we need, as African, more information? I don't know why it's not getting to us. Does someone need to come up to the Heights or Harlem and pass out flyers? Because we're dying at a faster rate. There is a problem.
Yeah.
And he was trying to solve the problem and said, they're just dying. You know what I mean? That's right. The part about him, that he's so good.
Yeah, that's, oh my goodness, yes. I wanna change gears just for a second. I want to go back to this, and it will come back to Cuomo, I'm sure. The meditation.
Of course.
What differences have you found in your life, in your emotional being daily as a result of meditation?
I drink later. No, I'm kidding.
That's a benefit. That's a pro.
I'm single, and I've been up here I was supposed to be here for like 3 weeks before I went to another job. So I love being single in other ways than this.
Yeah,
like this is the time that I feel like if I could roll over in the bed and someone be there, be like, oh my God, what day is this? Or so you can look into someone's eyes and just say like, it's gonna be okay. Or you can look at someone's eyes like, you're having a breakdown, calm down, like, because there's no one to do that to. I can call my friends, and my friends are my lifeline. But I can't call my friend every morning and be like, I'm about to jump.
Oh yeah.
So it made me not suicidal. And when I say suicidal, I don't mean to like call somebody to help me out. I mean, your life is literally every day. Your life, what you knew of your life, at a 58-year-old life, has completely turned around. Every single thing in your life that you've been in the body for 58 years is completely opposite. And you're by yourself. So I just needed to hear someone else's voice to say, and you know what? And it's the water, and then there's breathing. And in the morning is when my anxiety flares up. I call it fear and self-loathing. They wake me up. They sleep on each side, and times like, it's time to wake up. Oh, good morning, fear. Oh, self-loathing is here too. Okay, great. It's a big bed.
Looking into the wrong set of eyes.
So I have to kick them out of the bed and go like, calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down. You're gonna. There's no. I felt that the problem was that we never knew, or we still don't know, when it's going to be over.
Right.
So you have to keep breathing. When someone said, "Oh, in January we're probably going to postpone the show till January," I'm like, January? Right. You mean January? Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if I'll be alive by that. I mean, it's a long time, and there's a lot of stuff, and God's still on stage making jokes, So I don't know. I mean, I have to use my fingers and toes to think about how long January is. To me, so the meditating really just helps me off the ledge. You breathe, and the breath of it, and too, and the dance is like, that's what we never do. We dance. It's like you have to keep breathing through it.
Yeah. Well, you're bringing up another fantastic point, which is if you don't take control of your mind will take control of you.
Indeed.
And that's the whole thing with the meditation and the breathing, is that you're taking back control of your mind. Because if you just let your mind wander, it always goes to the worst case scenario, because we're survival beings. That's what we're built for. We're built to work.
Totally.
We're not built for happiness.
My mother said that the idleness is the devil's playground. I feel the younger Gerry Mac would have been, I don't know, I would be like homeless on the street, because I feel that I would have gone to the place like, tequila for everybody, just walk down the street, like just, in a tube top or something, and just like pouring tequila in everyone's mouth, because that was a youth thing that, that I felt that just to party it away. Just party it away. You'll feel fine tomorrow after that bottle of tequila. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
But now I can't do that because there's so many things that you have to be present for. You don't. I mean, my new thing is when I leave the house, I go keys, phone, wallet, mask.
Yeah.
Which is bananas. What I don't I just the world is completely changed, and you have to keep up. There's no other way to, or I guess I don't know another way. But if you can tell me, I would love to read that book, because all I know is how to deal with the day that's really, 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 one more time, really long.
Right.
The day when you wake up, you watch the Gov, then from then on, it is a long day till I get to bed of just information, and it's gotten so bad that I'm watching. This morning, I was watching Pinkalicious. Because I can't, like, I that's what I just saw, and I was like, all right, I'm going to do some Pinkalicious, because she's joyful.
Yeah.
She has a weird voice, but it's like, I don't have to think about anything right now. I don't have to think about trying to fix this thing. And when is the job in January really going to happen? Is the job in September? I'm supposed to do something at Roosevelt in Chicago, the school, and directing choreograph. And we had planned 2 meetings, just Zoom meetings, which is another thing that's never been in my vocabulary. and they sent me an email saying, "Well, can we think of other things to do for the students for September?" And I'm like, I don't yes. I don't know. I don't. No, I can't do, because I want to do the show, and it's such a thing that it's like we have to figure out how to have a new form of live theater virtually, which makes complete no sense. It doesn't make any sense. It is the opposite of what we do.
Yeah. Have you daydreamed about what the future looks like for you in terms of shows that you want to work on, or what you want to be a part of moving forward in this whole virtual reality world? Or have you not gotten to that point?
No, I know. I mean, we were. I'm not supposed to say, but I was working on a show that was supposed to happen.
Okay.
And the governor said, "Fantastic! It's outdoors. There'll be only 50 tables. There's 10 actors, so they'll be in their own bubble. Like, each of them have a bubble. Like, sure. And the sound guy will drop the mics off. They'll put it on themselves. They will have gloves, and they'll be 6 feet apart, staging. And I was like, I was on my gig. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a stair unit, and so that someone can be on one side and always be on that stair unit, trying to figure out, so that we don't touch each other and we don't touch the same problem. So it was like a lot of work, and then Equity said they're not ready for it. So which is I love. I'm in Equity too. I love my union. If they feel it's a problem, I have to agree. The thought of it makes me want to just choke somebody. But it's their decision to take care of us.
Right.
So you can't. I guess you can scoff and say a lot, but Equity they're really trying to take care of the actors. Like, okay, so what about with the dressers and the list of things that we don't think about, that how many people we come in contact with before we get to places.
Yeah.
there's the stagehead, the dressers, all the people that you're in contact with. How are you going to do a quick change with your dresser and can't touch them? It's like what you know, like your brain goes, I don't know how to figure all. That's a lot of stuff to figure out.
Yeah,
it's wild. So, but I feel like I see the theaters opening, like non-union theaters in Florida and things, and it just I mean, Florida has always been since the pregnant Chad, that whole thing in the election years ago. You probably weren't even alive then, but I was just like, why is Florida always the thing? It's like, we've got a problem. I'm like, why Florida? But it's always Florida.
It is.
Because even so, they're non-union actors, so they don't have a union to go like, well, this, and I don't know if they know how to fight for themselves.
Right. Probably not.
Probably not. And then so the theater owner goes, I know that my whole season is ruined, so I'm going to start at 50% of an audience thing, and then they'll hand out masks and hand sanitizer. So that, but what about the bathroom? Like my brain was like, what there has to be a plan for the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because we all can't be yet, and it's Florida, so there's a little age. So
right.
the intermission is going to be like an hour. But I mean, I don't even mean it to be a bad thing.
No, you're right. You're right.
If they follow the rules,
right?
I can't be with there's 6 stalls, so I can't have to wait. It's such a different thing that I've never thought about ever in my life, in my career. I'm like, oh my God, it's crazy. I thought working with the voiceless was the hardest thing I'd ever have to do. That's just mean. That's just mean.
Oh my goodness. Now it's not just, I don't want to just put out two answers, but I'm curious, in your mind, do you believe that theater will return at a 50% capacity, or do you think it'll be pretty much until the vaccination comes out, at which point theaters will return to a more or less a normal operating process?
I think it's going to be the vaccine.
Yeah,
I think that's going to happen. But my favorite thing is like, okay, so now I have the vaccine. You know what I need to do? Go see a Broadway show. To me, so when I get the vaccine and now I feel safe, this is my brain as a theater goer. I'm okay. Maybe I'll go to a movie first, and then if I can leave, it's cheaper. I don't think I'm going to pay $225 to see Patti LuPone and company. Like as soon as I get my vaccine, and P.S. she's my friend. So I mean, I love her. She's my buddy. But right. I talked to her, and she was not. She's just a realist because she's like, it's going to be so long. You either think January, February. That's what she said to me, and I was like, February is longer than January. It's so long.
Right.
It's so long. You know that thing about, it's like, I don't. And then what do we do to make money?
Yeah.
Because to me, I haven't been on unemployment because my union has been great to give us some money and available, and the unemployment thing was just so crazy in the beginning. So now I think I have to do it because I thought I was going to do this thing at the end of July, and I don't think it's happening. So now I have to do the unemployment thing and figure out how to do that. And I haven't been on unemployment, I think 1987 or something, which God is so good. Isn't that, I mean, that's just, yeah. I know that it sounds like bragging, but it is.
Yeah, yeah, but amen. Come on, God is good. It's true.
Yeah, it's true. God is good. I'm like, oh, okay, God. All right, here we go. Just another chapter in learning in life, and that's all you have to do. You just have to listen to the information that you get and figure out to make it work for you.
You've been listening to Entertainment X, the podcast. You can follow Entertainment X on Instagram at _EntertainmentX_. If you haven't yet, go to Apple Podcasts and subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. Join Clay next week for another curiosity conversation on Entertainment X. Thank you for listening.